Welcome to part 2 of configuring the BIOS, and I'm going to show you how to jump into that BIOS configuration screen. Now, I'm running Windows 7 here, and I'm in a virtual environment. It's going to be really the same thing for where you are. And for Windows 7, I'm going to hit F2 on the restart to kick it into that BIOS configuration screen. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to shut down the machine. So I'll just do a shutdown restart, and when I get the boot screen, I'm going to hit F2, and so you're going to see here the screen do a little bit of funky maneuvering here, and once it starts up, I will hit F2 when prompted. And you have to be kind of quick on this. As soon as you see it, right there it is. Notice I hit F2 and it took me straight into the Phoenix BIOS setup utility. Now notice here that I don't have a mouse, but I do have my arrow key. So by hitting the right arrow key, I can choose which option I want. And if I just keep clicking the right arrow key, for example, when I get to exit and click the right arrow key again, it takes me right back to main. Now if I want to change anything, I hit the down arrow key and I can begin to move around and make changes. And so if I want to make any changes, I can just kind of click around here, and I'll go to advanced, then I'll go to security, and I'll go to boot. And what if I want to change a boot hard drive? Notice over on the right it says that enter will expand or collapse devices. And so if I move up to hard drive, or say removable devices, and hit enter, you'll notice I can see legacy floppy drives, or I can move down to hard drive and click enter there, and I can see options, and then I can tell it whether I want to allow the CD-ROM drive to be used. And notice that I can use an N, maybe removable. I can use a D to remove a device that's not installed. And so I can make any kind of changes that I want here, okay? And depending on what you're trying to do, you can go in here and make those changes. Now, you want to be careful with these things because, for example, like in keyboard features, notice I can turn numlock off. I can set the auto repeat feature right to 30 seconds to 26.7 seconds. I can do all kind of cool things with this. And then notice along the bottom there, if I hit F1, I get help. If I want to change the values, I can hit the minus or plus sign. F9 will give me the setup defaults. I can escape at any time to exit, and I can hit F10 to save and exit. And then the right and left arrow keys will select the menu. Okay, so I've made a change here, and so to make that and then exit, I could hit F10. Well, I'm just going to hit exit, my escape key, to exit out, and then if I hit it again, I will exit out. And then notice I can exit saving changes, I can exit discarding changes, and then I can just discard changes or save them. Well, I will exit discarding changes because I don't really want to make any changes here. And it's telling me your configuration has not been saved. Do you want to save before exiting? It's just a little reminder. And I'll say no. And then it's going to go ahead and start up the machine. So that's how to get into BIOS. That's what it looks like. It's a little bit different when you first get in there. Make sure you read your instructions on the bottom of your screen there. And that's how you're going to go in and make BIOS changes, or changes to the BIOS or the CMOS setup options.